song for a movie podcast. Some are pretty good, but we'll just suck ass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Watch with us, we're Cinema Buns. Let's go!
Hello, and welcome to this bathroom.
It's a me, Kevin. And today we're talking about...
Flushing
Wait, why are you
sound?
looking at me like that? We're not doing Mario right now.
I need a piece of you
Oh.
in order to
Wait,
save the
why were
world.
you doing that one?
Wait, we're not doing Mario right now?
I
We
mean-
never watched it yet.
Don't kill the bit.
Shoot, I didn't realize.
My-
All right, so we live... So happy Easter, everyone.
Yeah.
We live in a new era of kind of good video game adaptations, and on the eve of Super Mario Brothers movie coming out, we decided
Didn't see it.
We didn't see it, and we watched Glorious instead.
An indie movie we rented for free on Amazon.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's a movie called Glorious, and it is a indie dark comedy that
What's the eldritch god that lives there as the main character?
another one.
Yeah,
Another one.
voiced by J.K. Simmons, lives in a bathroom stall, and
Speaks through a glory hole.
the main character speaks through him through a glory hole
Yep.
in a rest stop bathroom.
The
Yeah.
main actor, those of you that are degenerates like I was,
Is he's from True Blood, right?
he is from True Blood.
Yeah,
Horny
motherfuckers.
I'm trying to get the actor's name. Ryan Quinton. He was in True Blood, and he was in Dead Silence, Hurricane Heist, and that's about it. But he was in this. Oh, he was in a bunch of shit, but doesn't matter. He was in True Blood, is what most people know him from, and yeah, the story just follows a guy who is going through a breakup and gets trapped in a rest stop bathroom with another one, and the another one basically says, "Hey, I need you to do something to save the world. I'm a god."
Uh-huh.
And that's the bit. That's where it just goes.
The whole bit.
And the whole movie takes place in the bathroom.
So it's kind of like just this a lot of dialogue. It's all
I think it's another Shudder movie.
maybe, I think so. But
Could be.
it's like just a series of conversations, and then just every once in a while, weird, supernatural shit happens. But it's a very just kind of budgeted movie. There's only one set that you have to worry about. You don't have to worry about special effects too much, because it's the
Special effects aren't the point.
the Eldritch Abomination is on the other side of a glory hole.
Granted, there's also a surprising amount of practical effects.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, works because you don't see much of it.
There's also, I was gonna say very not violent, but I would be lying. I would be lying.
Yeah.
The entire bathroom gets coated in blood.
Oh. We went to the different bathrooms.
Oh, okay.
Mine was coated in cum. It was glorious.
Yeah.
But-
yeah, and yeah, it's an interesting.
It's
It's an interesting budgeted.
It's a
just horror
movie we watched because we saw the YouTube trailer.
Yeah.
And went, huh.
well,
That's
you guys
it.
saw it.
Okay.
kinda
I saw it and
blind.
went, huh, that seems kind of cool. When does it come out? Search on phone. It's out already.
It came out last year.
Yeah. Did it come out? Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
2022. And it was like,
Also, the one of the draws it was Eldritch God in a glory hole, voiced by J.K. Simmons.
done.
Yeah, and I
Don't-
think that's also where some of the budget went in. It's just a voice of J.K. Simmons. You're not having him act
Yeah.
act on camera. So
I
I don't know if he would remember doing this role. Do you think if someone were to ask him what was Glorious like?
You know what? He probably wouldn't, because he only did voice acting.
Yeah.
So he probably just got an image on a TV screen and says, "Okay, these are the lines we need you to say at this moment."
Yeah.
They were all orders on Cameo that he fulfilled.
Yep.
Let's talk about the presentation. Bathroom is successfully disgusting. Everything looks decent. Whenever it went into special effects, I would say it looked competent.
I gotta say, this movie starts out in that like kind of just B movie flavor.
Yes.
Because it's just kind of like drunk, depressed guy drives up, parks, and then just takes off his clothes.
Becomes angry drunk.
And then just starts crying and like burning shit.
There's only two places this movie, or 2 or 3 places this movie takes place.
The inside of a random set house, and then the rest stop.
The rest stop, and then like the flashbacks.
And
It's in someone's house. At someone's
in
house.
the set house. Yeah.
So so the house, the outside of the rest stop, and then the inside of the rest stop,
which I think are 2 different places.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are all stages.
Yeah.
I'll say this movie doesn't. I feel like the movie doesn't show its true personality until about like
the very end.
15. No, until about like 15 minutes in.
Oh, you're talking about never mind.
As soon as another one comes in, like that's when it's like it clicks and the movie like
begins.
Shows its true colors
Mm-hmm.
and shows what it is. Because like Kevin, exactly like you said, up until then it's a super standard like B movie horror movie. But I would say any like again special effects competent at kind of best, and like at worst it just looks cheesy. But I mean like the cheesy effects happened like once maybe twice. Outside of that it's okay. But that's not why you're here. Let's talk about the acting. I think everyone did well. J.K. Simmons is J.K. fucking Simmons.
Yeah, I don't think I had any problem with anyone in particular.
No.
Like the other characters played the small part of this. Yeah, I mean, it's mainly just J.K. Simmons. Right?
The story is kind of just carried around by Wes.
Yeah,
and
the main character is like
that's
the
who
only...
the camera is pointing to the entire time.
Mm-hmm. And he
he's
does
had
a good job.
He's had to trudge through some shit in
Yes,
this entire
literally.
movie. Yeah.
and figuratively.
I felt like something I kind of liked about the writing is I felt like everyone's reaction to these situations is 100% authentic. Of like, what the fuck do you mean? Why would I believe you?
Yep.
Okay, you're God. Okay, whatever. And then like, I also do like some of the tricks they play with the cameras and whatnot to like kind of build up some of the like atmosphere and whatnot. Because there's like a scene where all of a sudden Wes can't open up the restroom door, so he's like, "Oh, I'll go through this vent," and he opens the vent, and he's like going through it, and he's doing all these turns, all these crazy like things, and then he's right back into the bathroom again.
Yeah.
And it's like,
And
okay,
J.K. Simmons is still talking.
yeah,
Yep.
and they played it pretty well. Granted, one of those in one section of the vents, that's some silver ass cardboard
Yeah.
that he's crawling through. But yeah, and then soundtrack is pretty standard, honestly.
I don't remember anything from the
Exactly. There's nothing too eventful. But what do you guys have to say about like the writing and whatnot?
Well, so what's the story?
Well,
Here, Mike. No, we
God.
didn't pass this to Mike in a while. Mike, what is the plot?
guy gets trapped in a bathroom and needs to fulfill a prophecy. If I go any further, I feel like you start getting to spoiler territory.
No, but like, what does Gat want? What's going on?
He wants. Well, am I allowed to say that? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. He needs his liver.
Well, no. Why though? What's going on in the great cosmic sense?
Okay.
What's the
So
plot?
anyways,
what's the conflict?
Why is Wes important?
So the demigod's daddy wants to destroy everything.
Did that get mentioned?
Yeah,
Yes,
but I don't remember the name.
They said
Anyways,
his name.
G Daddy wants to destroy everything.
Space Daddy.
Yeah, Space Daddy wants to destroy everything, and his children are doing their best to stop him. But so G Daddy made a bomb, and the bomb is the god we deal with in this movie, which is another whatever his name is,
Another one.
another one.
And
And he's like, I actually love humans, and I want to save the universe or galaxy, and in order to do that, I need to go hide myself again. So please give me your liver.
And well, no.
Well,
See, now you're spoiling. But
I mean,
because the entire movie, he's being super cagey, and he's just saying, "You need to satisfy my physical form."
yeah. So J.K. Simmons' character is in a weakened state.
But he's getting stronger, and he doesn't want to get stronger.
I think it's the opposite.
it's the opposite.
So,
He's getting weaker and
so his
from hiding.
So he's part of 3 siblings, and their dad created and gave birth to them to destroy all life in the world. Because this is the guys that you guys are like not remembering. So in the beginning, life in the universe is an anomaly.
It's a mistake.
It's a mistake. And so this space entity created 3 children to destroy all life in the universe. However, they grew to love the life and how much they propagated that they turned back on their dad and put him to sleep. It was the only way to kind of like slow him down.
But before he went to sleep, he made
created the
another
bomb.
one.
Yeah.
No, he was part of the
No, he wasn't.
Oh yeah, right.
He was.
That's why I said he created a bomb.
Yeah, he was created right before he went to sleep.
Yeah.
Specifically, like Mike said, as a bomb to just fucking destroy Earth.
Yeah. And so he's waking up and regaining back his power. So like J.K. Simmons' like siblings are
Like just
fighting
fighting him off right now.
off screen, just fighting them,
fighting them
in space. And he needs to join them in their fight, but he is stuck in the physical world.
No, he needs to go back into hiding.
He is becoming
the bomb.
physical.
Yeah, he's becoming physical. He needs to go back into hiding. Is his thing
Because
he
they
doesn't
say-
want to be found. Once he's found, the G Daddy's gonna use him to blow up everything.
Because he's becoming physical again. The G Daddy is coming to like grab him and use him.
Yeah.
Which is why he needs Wes to satisfy his physical form so he can like just go away.
Go back into the ethereal
because the
frame.
three siblings
Flame.
can fight him off. It's just they're also trying to buy time for the bomb to like satiate itself and then go back into hiding.
I thought it was like just because he was getting weaker, he was manifesting into the physical dimension.
No, he's getting stronger, which is making him gonna be known soon to the dad.
Okay, it's 2-factor.
Yeah.
The dad is waking up and is looking actually no, the dad is fully awake and is trying to find another one. Another one is growing weak because his physical form is taking shape faster and faster, and he just needs Wes to satisfy his physical form, and then he can disappear into the ethereal.
And not be
But,
found.
like,
so then
join-
the
but,
siblings
like-
can then go put him back to
like
sleep.
joining the fight to like put him back to
No,
sleep. though.
he's trying to not be in the fight altogether.
Yeah.
If the
Because
dad can't find him, then they can.
Then they win.
Then they win. Because the 3 siblings can fight him off,
But they
only
can't fight him off if another one is
found.
By the way, all of this action is going off in space, off camera.
Oh, 100%.
Because G Daddy's not only fighting them off alone, he's also searching for another one because he's also on a time limit. If he can't find the bomb in time, he's gonna get back to sleep. So it's like this double-edged thing of just them trying to fight it off, but also
So if you haven't put it together, this is Lovecraftian themed.
Yeah.
Because it's
Cosmic horror.
Because it's copyright free.
Yes.
Yes.
Much like Mickey Mouse.
Soon.
Disney.
Morky Moose.
And much like Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah. So something I mentioned during the movie is that another one is actually the most kind and understanding Lovecraftian god to ever have been put to film or writing.
kind of stretching, but yeah.
Dude, it's not stretching.
Because he's like very.
I mean, he's probably
very
I absolutely believe he's the kindest, but like on like just a mortal scale, he's still not that kind.
No, he is. Because here's the thing. Lovecraftian gods, at their nicest,
No, that's what
are
I'm saying.
ambivalent to
and,
humanity.
and ignoring you.
Yeah.
They are anything happening to mortals because of them is a byproduct of mortals happening to glimpse them or whatever. They're ignoring you. They don't give a shit about you. At their worst, they are actively trying to destroy humanity and just fuck them over and use them as tools.
Right.
So another one literally being like, listen, I love humanity and I'm sorry that I have to bring you into this, but you have to be the one to help me save everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So
Also, please don't look at me. I care about your well-being.
yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I love that part where he's like, listen, don't look at me. If you do, it will shatter your mind.
It
when he-
doesn't stop you from looking into the glory hole.
Yeah.
And when he does, like, another one fucking brain blasts him, and he's like, that's just a fraction of what I can do. I'm sorry I had to do it. If you look at me, it will fuck you up.
Literally sent him into a flashback.
Yeah. But something I found interesting about the movie is that the movie is taking place both physically and mentally. Because there are multiple times where like Wes is like retreating into his memories of his girlfriend.
Yeah,
And-
and he's trying to run away from the situation that he's in. This
Yeah.
this movie plays out like kind of just like a novel,
Yeah.
because the novel is like a lot of it is just like mental, where people like go back into their minds and like have flashbacks,
Reminisce and
yeah. And like all in all, this entire encounter probably takes a 24-hour period.
I would say less than that.
Yeah.
I would say it probably all takes place within like 2 hours.
Yeah. And like it just feels like a lot, because he's kind of just like it's also kind of like a prison a room escape type scenario.
Yeah.
He's like stuck in a prison, and then like he's stuck with this like choice.
And you can understand why he's so distraught in this situation.
Because
Yeah.
like, so this movie poses, it's not a very uncommon question for a movie to pose, but it's like, do you want to save all of humanity, and sacrifice this like piece of you
Hey,
or whatever?
this is a better version of Knock at the Cabin.
I was gonna say Knock at the Cabin. And like the main character in both those movies are like human. Other people are pieces of shit. Why should I care about them? And so like you just kind of have, it's like one of those themes. Like this movie carries one of those themes, like
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
argument between like letting the rest of humanity or all life like continue to
Like
live.
how much of a sacrifice would one person really be willing to make for the greater good?
Right.
So something that, but yeah, like when he tries to retreat into his mind,
J.K. Simmons has to like, no, fuck you, don't.
yeah, stop running away, come back. And the way I interpret this is that Wes is I think the best way to argue this is that this movie is written with the base theme of Wes arguing with a living mirror.
Yeah, because it's kind of like confronting your problems and like your mistakes.
Yeah. So,
And it's all because like there's this big piece that isn't really kind of handled like the best of like Wes's character.
yeah.
That kind of just comes to a head like near the end of the
We'll,
movie.
we'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, that's I think that was probably the weakest part of the writing.
Mm.
Yeah.
But over
But like the entire movie, it's him mourning the loss of his girlfriend.
yeah, which you assume was due to like a breakup.
Yeah.
And like J.K. Simmons is using that to like argue for the sake of humanity. Like, listen, you got her. She's part of humanity. You can't just like write them all off when even you yourself found someone worth having.
Mm-hmm.
And like you explore flashbacks where Wes tries to escape, and you're kind of getting And between him seeing the like rose tinted like memories of his girlfriend, and then another one basically forces him to confront the like reality of some of the memories with his girlfriend. So you kind of get both perspectives, and you're seeing like Wes try to argue that, oh, it was all good times, and another one going, no, it wasn't, and you need to accept that. And that's a very common thread, trope, theme, whatever, in Lovecraftian or cosmic horror themed writings, is that if you boil down Lovecraftian horror into its like most like reductionary, it's, ooh, things so scary, you look at it, you go crazy. But at its core, it's actually about humanity confronting something so beyond our own understanding and power that we seem insignificant to it. And by doing that, you're forcing humanity to confront its own dark urges and like actions. And like, not everyone actually objectively looks at themselves. And for some, by doing so, that can be traumatic.
There's also like kind of like this part of Wes's character where it's like the world has shit on me and like ruined my entire life, which like if you watch the movie is like it's because of him.
Yes,
It's, like,
it
it's
is
his fault.
absolutely because
But like
of him.
yeah, you know, you're people are kind of just like stuck in this like depressive downward spiral where like the world is their entire enemy,
And it's a victim
And-
complex.
and it's like I feel like one of the most interesting takes is to put the choice of the rest of the world's lives in their hands.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Someone who like, because it's like the ultimate like form of forgiveness, and like the ultimate form of like kind of growth, when you can just forgive an entire world that like shunned you, and like it's granted a lot of people probably wouldn't take that choice, or a lot of people would take the darker choice. And just like let the entire world burn, but there is like
that one anime, what, Platinum Angel,
I don't know.
or
I didn't watch
you know
it.
the one where yeah, you did,
Did I?
yeah, the one
one?
where the angels are like picking people to be God, and like all the people who God candidates have to fight each other.
Future Diaries?
No,
you
it's
mean
the one with the weird like different types of crystals they shoot at each other.
Yeah, I haven't watched that one. I know what it is.
Okay,
that's not Future Diary, anyways.
yeah,
They don't use crystals.
Yeah.
Is
That's
it
what
not
I'm-
the God anime on Netflix?
No, it's not that one.
no,
I know which one he's talking about. I
it's
just
the
didn't watch
worst
it.
anime
It's-
that's been made.
Yeah,
in years.
I watched a YouTube video about it because I didn't want to watch it.
Yeah.
But I know which one you're talking about. Yes,
No,
it's bad.
but spoiler for that anime. Literally, kid who keeps saying, "I want to kill myself. I want to die," gets made God, and then all the angels are like, "What?" when he becomes God, and then kills himself, and everyone dies.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's in the title, Platinum's End.
yeah, that's it. That's what it's called.
Platinum Angel is an artifact creature
Yes.
that is a 7-drop that says that you can't lose the game.
That's probably why
Yeah.
he has that card and he uses it. Anyways,
He wishes.
back to this. Yeah, so he's
The-
put in this situation, and we're just kind of on the ride to kind of see how this Lovecraftian god is going to convince this man to sacrifice himself for
Does this
humanity.
movie do a good
Or-
job of like wanting you to continue to figure out if he's gonna make this choice or not?
I think so.
Because like I feel like J.K. Simmons' charm is really what kind of just like let me through.
Yeah, I
to
would
follow
say-
the movie, but like
I would say the charm is
but like
what got me too.
I was getting tired of Wes.
Because I was really annoyed. I hated West the entire
Yeah.
movie. I did not like him at all, which I think was the point. But like, he wasn't also interesting enough for me to want to keep watching him make these choices.
Yeah. Because there was a few times where Wes would finally buckle down and be like asking Anotha one questions.
Yeah,
But then, like, he would only ask a question, get mad, and then
And
go
yeah.
back to his own shit. So it's like, come on, dude. But I think that's part of the charm of the movie, where you've got a guy who's just so hopelessly, like, selfish.
mm-hmm.
And not just selfish, but also just, like,
Depressed.
depressed and done with this situation that, like, he doesn't want to be part of it at all. And I think that's what I feel like that's what helps drive the plot of the movie. But I can definitely see where he's just an annoying piece of shit that like I don't want to watch anymore. At this point, I think I'm ready to go into spoilers. I don't know what else to talk about without spoiling it.
Yeah, we can do the countdown.
Is this movie funny?
Should we watch?
I think the
actually,
movie's funny.
Recommendations.
I think you should watch it because it's free on Tubi.
Was it free on Tubi?
Yeah, it's
We
free.
watched it on Amazon,
Yeah,
but it is now free on Tubi.
Okay, that's cool.
So
I think for free it could be worth a watch, but I
I
wouldn't
think
pay
for free, it's 100% worth a watch.
I would not watch this movie. I would not pay to watch this movie again. I mean, I didn't pay for it the first time around, but I wouldn't pay to watch this movie.
I think as a concept,
the concept is
as I mean, like on the principle and the concept, I like. Yeah, sure. If you're a J.K. Simmons fan and you want to put that title under your belt,
I think it's worth watching to
as
kinda,
a film student. No.
I
not
think
a
it's
film
worth
student.
watching to see like a different interpretation of like cosmic horror, but also like an odd version of character study.
I think you can watch it just for like the quote of J.K. Simmons going like, "Do you think your human penis can satisfy me?"
Damn it! You just. I was gonna say it in the spoilers. Damn it, Kevin.
the where he does the thing we all thought knew was gonna happen. He doesn't. He goes, "What is that?" I thought that's. He's like, "You thought your human penis would save the world?" I don't know, man. I don't know.
Anyways, we're gonna move into spoilers.
Yeah,
in
spoilers.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Shield your
1.
mind, for it can shatter you. For this is something you may not comprehend.
Fuck. 90% of their budget went into fake blood because
I don't think that's expensive. It's just chocolate syrup and like other.
it's
other,
like cornstarch and
Yeah,
like red
and then you
food
just
coloring.
like paint the. No, I think it's more of like the special effects because they kind of like they have his like weird gelatinous form.
Yeah.
Just like the undercarriage of him like shown on screen, and then there's
his undercarriage.
there's the space that's outside of the holes of
Yeah.
the bathroom.
I did like how at the beginning it kind of like messed with you in the sense that we all thought it was he was wanting his penis,
Yeah.
but it was just
Because-
red herring.
It's because it's purposely coy, and
Yeah.
because he's talking through a glory hole, that's what you would assume.
Was there a part of you that was like, oh my god, we're gonna hear J.K. Simmons moan,
Yeah, I was thinking that. I was like, oh.
or doing like oral sex sounds? Oh god,
I was waiting.
Kevin's like missed opportunity.
I was waiting.
I'm about to go off.
I was waiting to see Wes just make O faces to getting a cosmic head, and just
Dude, it must be out of this world.
Literally.
that spussy is crazy.
Not Cthulhu.
But
He will never
I
be able to come again.
I do kind of actually appreciate the because they did not have to do this, but they kind of have like weird like Lovecraftian art around the glory hole.
Yeah.
So you actually have something to look at when he's talking to another one.
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel like you're talking to a blank stall
It's like
wall.
a
with a hole
naked
in it?
woman with like a Hydra head and like a
No,
portal
that's
vagina
like
or
a-
something.
You've got like a creature that has arms and legs and like 3 eye stalk heads and stuff, holding a naked woman like in its hands and stuff. So I kind of like that because you actually have, although it's not really a face, you have something to like attribute to the voice.
Yeah.
So kind of it helps make it a little bit more engaging. At least gives you something to look at.
I'm glad they stuck with the don't show.
Yes.
And
like
you
the
got
sa-
pieces of the creature, but you never
And
saw
the
the
s-
full thing.
And the
which is
small
good.
parts you do see are just like
You don't know-
nonsense.
You don't know what you're looking at.
Yeah.
There's a part about like Lovecraftian pieces of media because like the way H.P. Lovecraft writes about them, it's supposed to be incomprehensible to view and
Yeah.
like because they're like fourth dimensional beings.
That or
And it's like, how do you represent that to kind of like illustrate the scale and like magnitude of these concepts to normal people
Yeah,
that are
because
viewing
like
or reading about.
some Lovecraftian gods actually do have a definite form that like is something, but it's still like it's more of like the existence of it breaks people. And there are
Yeah.
some like
It's like, how do you describe that? How do you visually like show that?
exactly, and there's like because the one god in particular, like Shug Niggurath, is just like
whoa!
a
Calm
mass
down.
of mouths and eyes
yeah.
constantly shifting
Yeah.
into shape. And it's like it literally says there is no discernible shape outside of like mouths, eyes, and like it's very
Be
being.
not afraid.
Yeah, and it's just like you said, it's super hard to be able to try to contextualize that in a visual form because
It's better in writing because you just say like, my brain broke when
Yeah.
I saw this person.
because by trying to contextualize it visually, you are taking away what
yeah.
makes it horrifying
Yeah.
because you are giving it a definite shape.
It's that concept of like you have a horror movie and you want to show as little of that horror monster as possible because once you see it's a guy in a costume, then you're just like, lol.
Yeah.
That's
But
not scary.
meanwhile, with another one, you see its undercarriage, but undercarriage changes constantly.
It's a glowing like biomass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it to
Just
at one
darkness.
point where it looks like it's giving birth, and then like you get a brief view of something, and it's
And
just a
J.K.
mass of
Simmons is like,
tentacles.
oh, I'm becoming physical.
It hurts.
The manager died.
The-
The poor inspection manager.
Yeah, the highway inspector.
Yeah.
That when another one like grew too weak to hold up the like invisibarrier, so
Yeah.
he came in and he's like, "Sorry, I can't let you leave, and you know you're part of this now." And Wes keeps trying to get him to like get him, and another one's like, "Wes, you made me do this.
Yep.
You should have just let it be."
And J.K. Simmons, like the polite character he's always been, he's like, Wes, please enter the stall.
And then
Yeah.
close the door and
I
don't
don't
open
want
it.
you to see what I'm about to do.
Forgive
and just,
me. I must go all out this one time.
And then the entire bathroom becomes head
Coated
to
in
toe
corn
in
Coated
blood.
in corn syrup.
Oh,
The
fuck.
whole floor is just red.
Yeah.
All right.
Metal.
So we've delayed it long enough. The Wes character arc that we kind of weren't. It turned out he's like a serial killer,
Yeah.
and like
He
his
kills women, and
hi-
then
his girlfriend is the first girl that he like has connected with that he didn't want to kill, and like
then she found his cereal box.
yeah, found his shoebox full of like trophies.
His cereal box.
Yeah, it was a shoebox.
but the serial
His
killer.
Yes,
box.
I know. The Cocoa box.
Yeah.
The and like the breakup is him having to kill the girlfriend because
Yeah.
she's and like
Didn't even give her a chance.
and another one's like, listen, you made the choice to do that. She was a good person. You could have made it work had you tried. Because like at first you think he cheats on her because like you see him at parties like
Yeah.
eyeing up one of her friends.
Yeah.
But it turns out he's eyeing her up because he wants to fucking like
Murder.
murder her.
Murder.
But I was kind of disappointed by that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of think it actually would have been more compelling to have it be like he cheated on her like through his own lack of self-control.
Yeah, well, like I
Or-
kind of like alluded this earlier. It's like if the world actually did kind of fuck him over, is like, you know, his girlfriend that he was about to marry, they were so in love, like died in a car accident or something. Unfortunate shit, just a bunch of just
Yeah.
unfortunate shit.
Then he
happened
got
to him.
fired from his job, and
Yeah,
then,
you know, and his dog died, and his goldfish got cheated on. You know,
yeah,
if like that's where the things that were happening, then there's more weight to his choice.
yeah. Here you're just like, no, screw this guy.
But see, I think this kind of leans harder into the Lovecraftian aspect of it because it's again talking about like Wes looking at a living mirror. Is that like he's obviously a psychopath
yeah,
who is incapable of objectively looking at his own choices in his own life. So when you have another one who is this eldritch being who's able to force him to look at his actions,
Face his actions.
in an non-subjective way. That's where like he starts feeling pain, misery, and like despair and stuff, because he's forced to confront these issues and stuff from a perspective that isn't his own warped view. And I think that's what helps, but I think the lead up to it and like the revelation just isn't compelling.
It wasn't enough.
And it doesn't excuse like half of the dumb shit Wes had done throughout the movie.
Yeah.
So I think what would you guys score this movie? Because I mean, we said like, you know, if it's free on Tubi, it's kind of worth a watch. If I were to say out of 10, 1 being garbage, 10 being perfect, I would put it maybe at 4.5, maybe solid 5. It is average.
But not in this. It's not like this isn't an average movie.
No.
Yeah.
But just like
The concept is very interesting, really cool.
I think it has to do with execution.
It's
I
just
think
the
was issue.
execution of it isn't up to snuff with the concept.
Yeah.
now, yeah. So I agree with you. This feels like a 5.
It's,
movie
I
for-
was gonna say a 5, so I was gonna say par.
Now, would you want this to be like worsely made?
Okay, hold on. There is an argument to be made here.
Damn it! Don't put.
Because there are a few movies we saw.
Because I want to. So there's a scene where J.K. Simmons in his lovely voice is like, "Please go back into the stall," and he's about to murder Gary. He's in the stall, and then you just see like
A bunch of
tentacles, just like cheesy tentacles flaying out, just going, just killing Gary out, and then he's just like. He gets knocked down and he's like
You hear some
screaming
crunching
and
sounds.
he's getting dragged into the glory hole stall. I think that kind of level of shit would elevate this movie.
Yeah. I
wish this movie was a 3.
I think
When the space death god was coming down towards Wes, and Wes
Yeah.
is like, "Come over here, he's your son, right?" I want a giant cloud, like a paper mache cloud with eyeballs
Yeah.
and tentacles, because there's a shot of the restroom bathroom,
Yeah.
and then it's just a cloud and just like a paper mache creature coming
you know,
down. From the top.
I actually kind of would have also liked.
I would have been behind that.
I kind of
too.
also would have liked Gary's death to have been just looking like you popped a human-shaped water balloon filled with blood, to where it's like, "Goodbye, Gary," Bloop. And then just blood goes everywhere. I think that would have been funny, but yeah,
Also remove the serial killer aspect.
yeah, it makes me sad that the serial killer aspect is like the weakest part of this movie.
Yeah.
Because
The most unnecessary twist.
yeah, but honestly, the movie is interesting. It's just the execution doesn't match up to the heights of the concept.
Since the movie is kind of mostly dialogue, I think that's what makes it kind of boring. I think there is an argument to be made to kind of just make it more spectacular and cheesy.
Yeah.
I think more kind of just action to go on. Rather than him being I don't know if
Then a
this is-
conversation piece.
rather than just the entire movie being a dialogue between two people on the other side of a stall.
Yeah.
There's room in the world for movies that are like that.
Yeah.
I've definitely watched movies that all took place in a phone call in a car, starring Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
Or movies that are the exact same scenario happening from I think it's Eagle Eye.
Oh yeah.
That happens through 8 people's perspectives. So you just replay the same scene over and over again.
Or Vantage Point.
I didn't see that one.
Because
is that the same scenario?
that's the movie where a terrorist attack happens, and it's the FBI trying to figure out what happened and who did it, and you're getting 8 different people's perspective because they literally were at different vantage points to the event, and they all have different perspectives of what they saw, who they saw, whatever.
I mean, like, there are definitely many directions this movie could have gone. So, like, because, like, yeah, I feel like it would be just, like, a budget thing that they only had, like, 3 settings they could place.
Yeah.
And there's
This
3 sets in this movie that this could have, and...
this feels like a very good film festival movie that I would see
Yes.
at the Phoenix Film Festival.
Or, like, just any other film festivals that
Yes.
we've been to.
Yeah.
But
Hey, Rebecca, what's her face? This would be a great women's film festival movie.
this is very true. It's
It's made by a woman. No, but looking at just kind of like Rebecca McKendry's like discography, this seems kind of like just like black comedy horror movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A little bit like extraterrestrial thing is like kind of just like her thing.
Yeah.
And this is probably her like biggest thing. Just assuming because
Oh.
like J.K. Simmons is in it. But
Okay.
yeah, I'd love to see where.
Because what else has she done?
I don't think you would recognize any of these titles. I'm just looking at her thing on Letterboxd, just like Psycho Granny, All the Creatures Were Stirring, Separation, Witch's Brew, and then a bunch of other shorts called like Elevator Game, The Dump, The Barista Found. But yeah,
Okay. Yeah, because there is one movie that's a black comedy. I think. I think.
oh my God, Constance Wu.
I think
In
it
All
might
Creatures Were
be
Stirring?
one of the first. No, it wouldn't be the first one. But is it called Black Sheep?
Like a horror Christmas movie.
No.
Oh,
Sheep. Is it called? It is called Black Sheep. Okay. Black Sheep is about psycho sheep that are eating people and attacking people. And if I remember correctly, there's a scene where someone gets bit by one of them and turns into a sheep.
Oh.
Yeah, it's... Oh, yeah! They do turn into a sheep. It's crazy. It's rad. But anyways, honestly, check out the movie. It's something different compared to what other stuff is coming out recently, and I think I have always advocated expand your taste.
there is
in
room.
movie.
There's room
in
for
the
this movie
world
to-
for
yeah.
this movie to exist.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
So with that, you can catch us at Twitter at Buns Cinema. You can also find us at patreon.com/cinemabuns. Fucking keep a lookout. We
post on Metopia.
Yeah, we post. We post usually once a week. Recently, we had a small hiatus just because we got fucking busy. But
life, guys.
yeah. But expect to see cool shit because we might have some more shit coming out soon. That could be cool. But with that, I'm Ritter.
Undunk.
Woohoo! It's a me, Cario.
All right, y'all have a good one.
Bye.
Just suck ass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Watch with us. We're Cinema Buns.